Hi, welcome to Free Spirit and welcome to another spirit message and tip. Okay, so this morning they're giving me a lot to share. So here is another spirit message tip, and this is all about divine richness. So I just shared in the last video all about why the power of positive thinking is so powerful and important, and it really dives deeper than what you think it would. I mean, a lot of my videos, it looks so light and whatever, but they all go much deeper. But I think people who are meant to find it and understand it will actually find it, and it makes perfect sense, and then other people will pass right by, and that's fine with me. And this actually goes right in hand with what this is all about, divine richness. And to hold on to this, it's almost like a secret, to be honest with you, what they always gave me privately, and I'm going to share it here. I just freely share everything, and you can take it or not. But this is what they always told me. So it's almost like not being distracted. Hold your own energy. You have divine richness. And so they always gave me the term divine richness. And it's very much why I created the Real Divine Abundance deck. What is your source? What do you stay connected to? It's not reliant on anything or anyone in the physical. You're connected with source and real divine abundance. And that's why I even named it Real Divine Abundance, because that is where your real divine abundance is. Okay, so here is the divine richness. Divine richness, and this is why I chose these two cards with the money flowing in on the right and the united forever on the left, because it is these two together where you're going to find and feel a divine richness in your life. And that is when you can give generously and you know you are taken care of. And that is it in a nutshell. And that is what I've lived by my entire life. This is divine richness, right? When you can give generously and you know you are taken care of, and it doesn't matter what's working, what's not working in your life, you're in a line to divine richness. So when you can give generously and you know you are taken care of. So what does this mean? We always hear and talk about generosity of spirit, giving generously, whether it's your time, your energy, your attention, love, money, things. Now all the things that you give, they may cost monetarily or it could not. You know, some of these things don't even cost a cent. It could be your time, your energy, attention, love, or it could be actual things that actually cost you. You hear about people giving money and everything else. But these are all the things you can give freely that actually cost or not, you know, monetarily. It doesn't matter, but it's all a giving. And it's the intention of being generous with what you have to give in that moment. And knowing the underneath as you're giving, and you're also knowing you are taken care of. You know you're taken care of. It is the underlying knowing that makes this a constant stream of generosity with ease and flowing in your life. This giving and receiving as a steady stream in and out flowing for you. So you don't just have to read or hear this, right? And just go by what I'm reading here, which I always say, don't ever do that. Almost be your own spiritual scientist. That is where you're going to uncover everything for yourself. Do your own spiritual investigation. Grab, like I always say, your own spiritual evidence in your life. It's the most important thing you're going to do for yourself. So you do not, again, in this message, you do not have to just read or hear this, but activate this in your life. And then witness how this works for you. And this does not mean you give more than you afford or beyond your means. It means of what you have, you can give generously and watch it will be returned. And often more will be returned just to prove the point even more to you. That you're receiving back, not from the source you gave to necessarily, not by that source, but by source. You're going to get it back by elsewhere. It is returned because it's from source. Source is your source. It's divine, right? So for example, I'll give you a perfect example because we're on the YouTube channel here, Free Spirit channel, right? Over the years, I've been doing this a very long time, a number of years now. And I've noticed over the years of doing this channel, I post a free video on here, right? Doesn't even matter if hardly anyone watches or that I make absolutely like no money on YouTube from my channel, which I don't. I told people I make like, I don't know, like $10 a week. Certainly not why I'm motivated to continue with the channel whatsoever, right? I post a free video here. I get fed in the moment. If somebody stumbles on it, I feel it could be helpful, blah, 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 right? I'm sharing everything that I find helpful here. It's enough for me. That keeps me going. I feel like I have an output. Okay, doesn't matter my intrinsic, what I'm saying here, what happens. I post a free video here. It doesn't even matter if hardly anyone watches or that I make no money from YouTube. But that day later, I will receive or make a big deal at my work, at my job, or get a new client. It is somehow returned. And I swear it is almost now immediate sometimes. Like I'll just finish loading the video and I'm like so moved. I can't believe I'm sharing this. I'm so excited. Hardly anybody watches. Doesn't even matter. I'm just like, and then all of a sudden I get where a huge deal just came together. What I'm saying is something else will happen that is quote unquote the return. And it's almost like undeniable. And very often, sometimes I give generously to somewhere, right? And it's like hardly even acknowledged. And then all of a sudden later that day, I have someone in my family come home and be like, oh, I thought of you. Here's a gift for you. You know, it's returned and it is undeniable. I remember one time I posted a video on here. I literally was like, oh my God, this is like amazing. I went out, did an errand. Some guy went diagonally across this. It was an older guy. He wasn't creepy or anything. Very, very, like, must have been like in his 80s or something. So he wasn't intimidating or off-putting, but he walked diagonally across the street and handed me a rose. And so of course this had, you know, for free, was just being nice or something. I have no idea. He seemed to come out of nowhere. What I'm saying is, you're connected with source. There is a divine richness here. It's from source and it's returned and it's amazing. And it's so, however you show up and you freely give in that moment, what you have to give generously, right? With the underlying knowing that you are literally taken care of. You are taken care of. It comes in a return, in the big and the small. This is a real divine richness. It's something I've always lived with. But source is your source, right? So if you're giving profusely to a friend of yours or someone you know, they might not be capable of returning it, right? I mean, so it doesn't discount the value of what you gave. You round the corner, it's going to be returned to you. The generosity of spirit will be returned to you. That's what it is. Your generosity. Oh my God, something just fell from the sky. Oh my God, a huge thing just fell from the sky. Oh my God, something just fell from the sky. All right, I'm gonna end this video and go see what just fell from the sky. It looked like a huge white box just fell off from somebody's roof. All right, I gotta go check that out. But that's what, yeah, I mean, it is returned. It was an empty box, that empty bin just fell from the sky. I'm not even kidding. Okay, wow, that has meaning in this message. But anyway, what I'm saying is you can live feeling taken care of, feeling rich with not much on paper to people. That's what I'm saying. It has nothing to do with what you might have on paper, what people judge as rich, right? This is divine richness. You can live feeling taken care of and feeling rich with not much on paper to people. And that's a divine richness to life. It's a divine richness to life. Okay, I wish you the best. I'm gonna go check out what just fell from the sky. Wow, something, it was like a white bin, like a white storage box, like a bin that you could fill things in, just fell from the sky. So I have to go check that out. But this is divine richness when you can give generously and you know you are taken care of, and it does, and things miraculously do, and your source is source, and that's and you're gonna find it. Don't go by what I'm just saying ever, like on this channel, whether it's this video or anything else. Grab and accumulate your own spiritual evidence. I always say that no matter what you hear, read, everything else, like be an active, proactive spiritual scientist in your own life, because you're going to uncover so much, and it is going to be so, like what I say, a spiritual education. And if, you know, I document things on this video, I always email myself. I always tell people, email your spiritual, quote unquote, spiritual evidence to yourself, put it in your calendar, email it to yourself when you notice these things, because you can come up with your own evidence, and you'll see it working in your life. And it's just a really amazing, beautiful thing. And that's why I'm sharing it. And it is a divine richness. It's your divine richness. And so I wish you the best. Take care. Bye-bye.